The idea for the glass came about a number of years ago. I was doing these paintings and the shapes of them were very interesting to me, but also the negative space that was surrounding these shapes were fascinating. So I decided to take a piece of black paper and draw the shape of the outline of this negative space and then cut it out and open it up to see what it would look like as a three-dimensional form. And then in 2004, I believe, I was approached by a Venetian art dealer about the idea of finding a California artist whose work was really about light and color to come and collaborate with a Murano glass master. For instance, here, these ribbon-esque shapes and forms, there's a space in here, a negative space, and so I started taking these details out and drawing just this space, and then opening it up and seeing what it would look like. So that's where the idea came from. When I went to Venice in 2004, I got a crash course history on Murano glass, 2 separate trips. The second trip I ended up making a piece with glass master Pino Signoretti. But what we did was, he was really intrigued by the movements within the paintings and he wanted to create that, not the shapes that I was interested in. So about 2 or 3 years ago, my Italian counterpart, art dealer Elvise, contacted me and said that he was now in a position to, let's get back to this idea and let's see if we can fulfill this. And he was interested in these shapes that I had created, and he thought those would be the most interesting. What I want these things to ultimately do is hover between being female and male, being architectural and organic, right in that unknown gray zone, to where they're almost instantly recognizable, but we don't know why. And as I said, they're coming from these spaces within these paintings, these curves, these lines. So in that sense, they're very painterly for me. They're very much about the extension of these paintings as a three-dimensional form. And this piece, for instance, amber glass, clear amber, but I felt that there was too much information being given to us by having it clear. Decided that we would sand it with a sandblasting technique. And once it's sandblasted, then I rub it with a linseed oil, so it gives this beautiful glowing to it, which again ties it back into the paintings, because with linseed oil and oil paint. I titled The Fifth Sound, which is actually based on the title of a painting that I did back in 2002, I think, or 2003. And I had thought of doing a series of paintings that started with first sun, second day. There was going to be a third and a fourth of something. So in that sense, these are, what does sound look like? You know, we can see a graph and so on and so forth. And it was very exciting for me to spend some time in Venice and really tap into the history of glass, their history of glass, and add something to it, and then bring it back here.